Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to another Random Review Sunday, or Random Review Sunday, as I've been randomly reviewing movies. And I felt sort of an animation kick today, and I reviewed two animated movies. Okay, the first one I'm going to be talking about is an animated movie that I actually picked up at Best Buy in the, not in Best Buy, actually in Barnes & Noble. I think because it was like 50% off and then plus another 10% for being a member. So I think I'm going to pay like $5 or so for this, or $4. Anyway, it's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Okay, I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo growing up, of course. Watch the show. I'm a big fan of that. But the movies that came out, I think in the 90s and the early 2000s were more of a, they were like movies that would come on a Cartoon Network, and it would be like almost like an hour and a half movie, and they were more, to me, they were more serious than the regular. The old show was more slapstick, with the Scooby-Doo and Shaggy running around and slapstick humor, and then they throw in the cheesy music and stuff, and then at the end of the episode they pull the mask off where it was and solve the mystery. And these movies, this one, and there was another one with a witch, which I forgot the name of it, that were more serious in tone, okay, which kind of made and the animation was a lot better. It just made these movies a lot, more interesting, to watch, okay. And I remember seeing this one on Cartoon Network and really, really enjoying it. I thought this was definitely a step up from the normal, cartoon show, and it was just a very good story. And so basically, the story is, it takes place where the gang is kind of separated. Shaggy and Scooby are like baggage handlers at an airport, at customs, and Velma is she sells mystery books out of a bookstore she runs, and Daphne is like a reporter, Daphne Coast to Coast, and Freddy's her cameraman. Okay, and as the movie begins, they're showing an old episode of, I guess would be on the cartoon show, where they're running around, Shaggy and Scooby, and they wind up catching the bad guy and pulling the mask off. And then you see that it's actually Daphne telling a story to a reporter, saying about how the whole gang used to be and stuff, and how they used to catch these fake monsters. And then Daphne announces that basically she's going to start another show, Daphne, where she's going to actually look for real ghosts. Okay, and so they actually go down there, and Freddy decides to reunite the gang. He calls Velma and Shaggy and Scooby, and they reunite on Daphne's birthday, and of course they go with her. It's like I said, she's headed to New Orleans to see if she's gonna see any real ghosts or mysteries. But of course, they show kind of like a sequence where they chase a bunch of people, but they wind up being really guys in masks and stuff. So of course, Daphne's kind of dismayed because she wants to have a real serious show with real, them investigating real ghosts and stuff. And of course, there's a young lady that overhears them talking about that, and her name is Lena, and she works for a woman named Simone. Okay, and she says, "Listen, the place where I work, there is it's really haunted, and you're welcome to come by and and investigate." Okay, and so she invites them to get to them. They live on I guess they call it Moonstar Island. I think they call it Moonstar Island. So they have to get there by boat, of course, and they they go there on a boat. And of course, Shaggy and Scooby don't want to really be anywhere close, but they go anyway reluctantly. And of course, Daphne and them are anxious to get there, so they want to investigate real ghosts. And what winds up happening is that on this island, there's a legend about a captain that actually went there to bury his treasure there, and he's really haunting the island. Okay, but the mystery is actually a lot deeper than that. It goes much deeper than that, and things are not as they seem when they go investigate things. Like I said, in this movie is way more serious. Sure, that you have the slapstick with Scooby chasing the cats that are all around the island, and of course, Shaggy and Scooby eating a ridiculous amount of food and stuff. But there's a real serious tone to this. okay, and there's really zombies on the island, haunting the island, but things are not as they appear to be, okay, and I think that's what part of what makes this movie really, really good and stand out to me. It's more that, you know, things don't appear quite as they're supposed to be, and the tone is a lot serious, a lot more serious and deadly on this. This is a real kind of mature Scooby-Doo and adventure, but it was really interesting. I really, really enjoyed this movie, and it was good to watch it again. I'm gonna give Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. That's how much I enjoyed it. This one, and then there's another one I gotta get with the witch, which I can probably get for at least, like I said, I only paid like $5 for this, or $4, you know, with that 50% off and the 10% coupon. So, I mean 10% for being a member from Barnes and Noble. But this is really, really good. I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, the animation is great. Like I said, the only thing, like, Casey Kasem does not do the voice of Shaggy in this. And you know, and the guy Don Messick, who used to do the voice of Scooby-Doo, he died, I think, before this was made. So that's why he couldn't do that. Yeah, I think the only person that's from the old show is the guy who did Freddy's voice, which I believe, what's his name? Hold on, if I can look that up. What's the guy's name? That's Freddy. Yeah, Frank Welker. He's the only one. Everybody else is different. But you got Adrienne Barbeau as Simone, and you got Billy West, who does Shaggy, and he does an okay Shaggy, not the best Shaggy, but an okay Shaggy. Okay, but I really enjoyed this movie, and again, its tone is a lot more serious, a lot more peril that the gang is in, and it's really, they're really investigating monsters. No guy in a mask in this. Okay, so again, I would give Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island an 8 out of 10. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. Very good. Definitely would recommend it. Like I said, not for the little kids. Okay, because a lot more serious tones in this. Okay. Anyway, so that's it for that review. Now, stay tuned for my next review of another animated movie. This is one that I bought a few years ago. Okay, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so it was great to revisit it. Okay, so stay tuned for my review of Green Lantern, First Flight. Okay, the animated movie, which is really good. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.